Bald-Sicilian, FBS. I am very grateful for Fat Bald-Sicilian. I'll tell you why. FBS created more channels than Comcast. Okay, FBS endorsed a lot of channels. He created a lot of channels, and I bet he can't count how many channels that he has helped to get monetized, and I'm one of them.
You know, and then it's not like you have no violence on your record until you're 30, and then one night you just decide to go out and kill a cop. It doesn't happen like that.
Fabricio was always a tough kid. He was a tough kid. He had a nice punch. If you hit you, he would knock you the fuck out.
I already had the position. I don't want to say boss, but that's what I was. I had the position. I was made directly with New York, and I didn't have to answer to nobody in my area.
I didn't watch the show, so I didn't really understand the magnitude or, like, you know, how big this moment was.
But you know what? When De Niro asked him to let the old lady stay, you know, and she has to stay with the dog. Well, God, never started, huh? You know, that scene, and he was like, "Stop."
Anytime I got to shoot at John's restaurant on East 12th Street, which was like a big mob hangout where like Joe the Boss Masseria would like hold court, and I got to work with Ivo Nandi, who played Joe the Boss. Those were some of my favorite scenes.
And the moment you walk in, I could recognize who's at the bar, who's sitting at the table at VI. And this is the first time that I meet Sonny Franchese.
Matter of fact, outside the Bada Bing, Satin Dolls, we put a curtain in the parking lot. Everyone was wondering, why is that big curtain in the parking lot? We were rehearsing the hanging scene.
I'm living proof, guys. I'm living proof. I mean, no, I'm no millionaire or nothing, but listen, look at my life 4 years ago. I was in a fucking hotel. I was selling crack. I was snorting coke. I was drinking myself to fucking death. I was literally taking bags full of Ativan just because I wanted to die in my sleep. I was all alone, you know, and now I'm here. I have my family. I have a little bit of money in the bank. I got everything I want. And I got you guys in this channel. So if I can do it, any of you can do it. Yizzo, I'm back. Now that we've established that Miss Can't Be Wrong is indeed a white lady, I'm ready to move on with the night. Ready to move on and have some fun and do what I originally planned to do. I don't know if I got to do, I'm always very OCD about doing shout outs. I feel like it needs to happen. You know, like it's just a requirement. But you guys don't give a fuck, do you? Like, I can skip them tonight, can't I? Just to save time. I'd like to get this over as quickly as possible. I don't like being on here. You know, I want to move on with my night, so to speak. Let me just go through the list here, and maybe I'll answer some comments towards the bottom, and then I'll get started. Alex Fajigadaja, listen, what the fuck? All right. Alex Fajigadaja, I want to thank you. Last night I was going through my super chats because it's very mysterious. Some of them never show up on the list. I don't know. I believe I still get them, but they don't show up. So anyway, I'm looking at the list, and I saw on Sunday you sent $49.99. I don't think I caught it and got to thank you. I don't know, but I'm so sorry, bro. Thank you very, very much. Maybe I did shout it out and I just don't remember. But thank you for that. And I'm glad to see you because you're never around anymore. I didn't talk to Shanna yet. No, I was doing something. I was very busy during my little break there. I did watch a little bit more of Sugar. Well, no, I didn't watch. I looked at his community. Let's start with this. First of all, you know, let me do this before I even get to what he posted. Oh shit. Alex Fajigadaja, 1999, long time. Happy Wednesday. Miss Can't Be Wrong isn't black. No. Did you think she was too? Turns out she isn't. Thank you very much. All right. So, let me see. Where's Miss? Okay, I'm glad Miss Can't Be Wrong is still laughing. I just had to check. So, stand-up guy, let me tell you something. There's a million differences between me and you, and one of them, is right in that video you made. Anybody could look at that. I certainly can. That little clip you made of me, whatever, and you talked over it a little bit. You work on such a low fucking level of intellect. You're so fucking stupid. You don't have an original thought in your dumb fucking head. You come up with sugar lips, which I don't even know what that means. I take that as you hitting on me. I have no fucking idea. And you talk about dolphin teeth. You say that. First of all, stand-up guy, anytime you want, we'll put a picture of me next to a picture of you. Okay? You look like fucking, I told you. You look fucking terrible. And of course you do. You're 68. It's not even your fault. At 68, you're going to look terrible. Now, what you can do is trim up the eyebrows a little bit. Maybe take care of yourself. Maybe, I don't know, get a fucking haircut so you don't have the afro anymore. You look like you're still living in 1970 fucking 2. You really do. I know you see yourself as this guy who's like this super good looking guy who used to get all the bitches. I've heard you say shit like that before. Listen, let me tell you something. That picture I posted of myself, look how good looking I was. Guess what? Not anymore. Not anymore. Got older. I don't look anything like that anymore, do I? No. Well, guess what? Stop living in the past, bro. Nobody gives a fuck what you used to be. Nobody gives a fuck about any of that. And besides, most of us don't believe you anyway. You got a fucking ego like nobody I've ever seen before. But when it comes to this roasting shit, you just, it's the usual talking points. What everybody says, dolphin teeth. Dolphin teeth. At least I have my fucking teeth. Are you kidding me? And trust me, they've never gotten in the way of any opportunities for me. They're a little crooked. Fuck off. I didn't grow up in a family that was going to get me braces. It's just not the way it worked. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure you didn't either, stand-up guy. We don't know what your teeth look like because you're not showing them. And what the fuck does it even matter? I don't have to sit here and make fun of your fucking teeth. There's a million things I can make fun of, just like I was doing on the last show before it all went haywire. And not even just making fun of you. I could tear apart your whole belief system. You're a fucking wackadoo. You are out of your fucking mind. You believe shit that's insane. Forget about the politics and all the ridiculous conspiracy theories. Forget about all that. Okay? Just the ridiculous things you've said recently. Like your prayers made my mom better. And look at this shit. One day ago, after all the prayers I said for Hope La Drago, her name isn't Hope La Drago, and my name isn't Chris La Drago. It's L-O, you fucking jerk off. I know you can't spell shit. How fucking hard is that? Lo Drago. You spell it with a fucking A. You know who does that? These hillbillies around here. Because they're probably on the same intelligence level as you are. Okay? La Drago. It's not my fucking name. It's not her name. All right. You say shit like that, it proves what a wackadoo you really are. It seriously does. You're a fucking lunatic. You actually believe this shit. Dickhead, you come on here talking about spells and voodoo dolls and all this weird shit. You believe in shit like that. Your conspiracy theories, you dumb motherfucker. I heard you say once that blood pressure medication takes years off your life. Or was it cholesterol? Are you out of your fucking mind? It literally does the opposite. It adds years to your life, stupid ass. But you're the type of dumb motherfucker who sits around and listens to fucking Alex Jones and believes that clown. The false flags and shit. I'm sure you're all up on that nonsense. You believe all of it. You are a fucking 68-year-old man who eats nothing but steak, and you don't believe in whatever it was, blood pressure or cholesterol medication. Good. And as for wishing death on you, first of all, I don't know. Maybe at some point in time, you'll be able to recognize a joke. I don't quite hate you that fucking bad. Although if you did have a massive coronary and land face first, your head right into the fucking steak you were munching on, okay, and you dropped fucking dead, I'd be okay with it. I'd be okay. I don't really care about you. I don't. Okay. And now that we see through all your bullshit and we know that even your prayers aren't genuine, even your prayers were just a way, I don't know, to be friendly with me, to get some actual viewers for your sorry ass fucking channel, the channel that in no time will be taken down. By the way, you made a smart move. I went back to your community page as I was working on the copyright strike, and I saw that you took that video down. Please give me a way to copyright strike you. Do something stupid. Okay, just at the very least, I get you suspended for 7 days, just for laughs, just for shits and giggles. If we even move on to the other crazy shit you spew, the politics and the fucking God shit and all that stuff, bro, you're a mental midget. Stand-up guy, you are. I know it. I've known it for a long time. A lot of people have known it for a long time. You're a mental midget. You can barely spell. You don't know how to use fucking words. Everything you say doesn't fit. Okay, and whatever it is you're saying, the context of it, you don't even understand. You literally don't understand words, bro. And yeah, the funny part is you don't know that about yourself. Like there's people on here who don't have much of an education, spend a lot of their lives in the street, and they'll be the first to tell you. I'm not good at writing letters. I'm not, I don't have a great vocabulary. I mispronounce things, whatever. Some people know that about themselves. You don't know it about yourself. You still haven't figured it out. You get word after word after word after word wrong. And then you come on your bitch ass show and you talk about your extensive vocabulary. You can't even say the word library, you fucking dope. And you're telling everybody about what a large vocabulary you have. Are you kidding me? You speak on like a 3rd grade level, bro. And that's why, you get fooled by certain politicians and stuff, because you're easily led. You're a fucking dummy. You're certainly not an analytical thinker. You're not a deep thinker. You don't put thought into anything. You could be convinced of anything. Anybody could take advantage of you. Anybody. You could be taken advantage of because you don't have 2 fucking brain cells to rub together. You're a fucking asshole of epic proportions. And then I see your other stupid video you put up that you were talking over. It was a video of me, again, with you focusing on my lips because you're flimsy. Okay. And you're talking about you're a 5-hour show tomorrow. I'll do a 5-hour show on you, motherfucker. Stand-up guy. Do you think for a second that I give a fuck? I'm not even like SoFlo or Chicago Muscle. I will not watch. It doesn't even matter. You're talking to the air. You're talking to a bunch of people who have been saying the same bullshit about me over and over for years. It stopped meaning anything to me a long fucking time ago. A 5-hour show disproves my fucking point. You are a fucking loser, bro. You're an old man who's fucking miserable, who sits around your goddamn house bitter, listening to Fox fucking News all day and telling kids to get off your lawn. Then you get on YouTube and you start talking shit. You become a tough guy all of a sudden, and you'll spend hours on here. You have no fucking life. I just did what? An hour and 15-minute show, ended it. Now I'm back on. I don't even want to go more than an hour. I want to enjoy my night. I like quiet time. I like to be alone. I'm a happy person. You're a miserable motherfucker. Anybody listens to you for 5 minutes, they know how fucking miserable you are. Okay, you're an angry, bitter, hateful cocksucker. That fucking shit I was talking about earlier when I totally fucked up the Miss Can't Be Wrong thing, which was hilarious. It's the truth, bro. The language you've said, you've spoken, the shit you've said about fucking black people and all types of other people too. Muslims, Jewish people. I've heard it all from you. You went on a rant one night. I have the clip about Jewish people. It was fucking disgusting. But you're in a bubble. You're in a bubble in your stupid little town, in your stupid little fucking house, listening to the echo chamber that is Fox News all fucking day. And you just think everybody feels that way. You think everybody, you know how many times in my life I've been around a group of white people and they're talking about some black guy and they just drop the N-word like it's fucking, like we're all supposed to be like, yeah, man, I'm glad you got the balls to say it. No. It bothers some fucking people, but you're too stupid to realize that because you spent your whole life in a fucking bubble, with your ego and every fucking thing else. You drop that language on your show. I know you don't give a fuck, okay? Because let's face it, unfortunately, the stupid ass MobTube community, the majority of them are racist. It's almost part of the culture, okay? But you say this bullshit, and then again, you're too scared, too much of a pussy to actually come out and say, no, yeah, you're fucking right. Nobody's racist. Isn't that some shit, stand-up guy? You're one of them. You're another guy who uses nothing but racist language, but you're not a racist, right? Yeah, that shit pisses people off, bro. Everybody isn't cool with it. Everybody isn't cool with it. Okay? And it offends a lot of people. All right. Now, I know you're one of those people that'll say, oh, snowflake, you're offended by everything. Go ahead and try it. I've never seen a bigger snowflake than you. You're offended by every little thing, like you just said. Based on my little show tonight, where I probably spoke about you for 15 minutes, I'm going to do 5 hours on you, motherfucker. Do 5, do 10, do them every fucking day, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to ignore your shows completely. I'm not going to watch a single second, so I don't even hear what you say. If it's really good shit, somebody will send me clips of it. I'll use that. And I'm going to use you now. I'm going to go on every single fucking day and every night. I might start doing 2 shows again, and I'm just going to demolish you every single time. Now, you'll be watching me, just like you were tonight, how you were watching my lips real closely because you're flimsy. Who zooms in on a man's lips like that? Somebody who's flimsy, right? Of course. So you watch my show. You'll sit here and watch my show. You'll get angry. I'll be living my life all day not thinking about you, just knowing that at some point in the day, I'm going to go on the show. I'm going to demolish you. I'm going to make a fool out of you. I'm going to humiliate you, and I'm going to get money for it. You know, it's people like you who have built my channel. It's people like you who have been paying my fucking bills indirectly. You know, you give me all the content that I fucking need. Oh, that's another thing you don't understand, by the way. You don't understand the phrase content creator. You're too fucking stupid to figure that one out. I could come on here and take a shit on a live, turn it off, and I created content. Simple as that. You don't get that either. So that's what I'm going to do, bro. Excuse me. I'm going to fucking use you. Just like I used so many others who thought it would be a good idea to go after me. And no matter how long your show is, no matter how many jerk-offs you compile and put on your fucking panel, okay, you'll still never beat me. Because you're still nobody on here. You're still nothing. And look at the people who follow you. If my chat was filled with the people who were in your fucking chat, I'd shut my channel down. I'd hang my head in shame. You don't want people like that to like you. And if they like you, you're a scumbag because they're scumbags. You are so fucking weak and soft, bro. So weak and soft. The way you kiss MRE's ass, and the way you've done it with other people too, the way you pander to him and defend him. Bro, you have become friends with a child molester. There's no way around it. We saw the documentation. Anybody who says there's no proof, they're just being willfully ignorant. Okay, they're ignoring what's right in front of them because it doesn't fit their narrative. No, he did it. He got a restraining order against him. Okay? And then I believe he violated that restraining order by doing it again. Forget about the neo-Nazi stuff, because let's be honest, that doesn't bother you. You feel the same way he does. You just don't decorate your apartment in swastikas, or at least we don't know if you do. Okay? And you're not, you don't have any cases or anything in your past that we could look up and find that out about you, like with MRE. But it doesn't matter. We know what's in your heart. We know how you feel about this shit. Now, as for what you said about Miss Campione, whether you knew she was black or not, doesn't make a difference. Doesn't make a difference, okay? Because you don't even care, okay? Your chat could be filled with black people, and you'll still sit there and talk that ignorant shit because you can't help yourself. You're out of control. And then you'll tell people how you're not actually racist. This is so easy for me, stand-up guy. It's so easy. You talk about me being triggered. Look at the last show. Look at it. I don't get triggered. I never get triggered. You look at that show and tell me for 1 second I was actually angry. Or tell me I'm angry now. Somebody like you, listen, I've said this before. I'll say it again. If I don't take you seriously as a person, especially as a man, you can never make me angry. How can you make me angry if I don't have any respect for you at all or see you for what you claim to be? To me, you're not even a man, bro. A man doesn't do what you do. Kissing people's asses the way you kiss Angel Gotti's ass. Ugh, fucking disgusting. Phew. The way you fucking kiss MRE's ass. Holy shit. And that's a huge ass to kiss, bro. That must take you all day. How many hours was the last show you did with MRE? 9? Yeah, 9 hours kissing that big, fat, gigantic fucking ass. You're a joke, bro. And you don't even realize it. There's been other people on here, too, that do not realize that they're looked at as clowns. They're seen as a joke. They're not taken seriously. You don't get that. You take yourself very, very seriously, and you think other people do too. You're a flip-flopping motherfucker. We've seen you go back and forth on a million different things with a million different people. And I'm fully aware, a lot of people aren't with you, that this is your life. This is your life. You got nothing going on. Nothing. What else do you do, bro? What have we seen you do? You tried to drive around and give homeless people food. Good thing to do. Very good. Commendable. Except you were just doing it for views. When you realized that it was killing your views, you stopped. And all the other shit you tried to do when you claimed you were going to get away from the drama. You can't. See, this is the difference. There's another difference between me and you. I've proven now that if I don't feel like fighting with people, or if I want to get away from the drama, even though it costs me a huge portion of my living, I'll do it. Because I actually stand for what I believe in and for what I say. You don't. You don't. Your word means nothing. Again, I want to bring up. Did that shit with the fucking scanner. Cornball. He had fucking 50 people watching his live, if that. Okay. You threw me all off, Alex. Now I forgot what I was going to say. What was I going to say? There, make a video about this, scumbag. I want to get back on track. How dare you, Alex? You don't. You don't. Your word means nothing. Again. Oh, yeah. Thank God I went back and checked. Bro, I mentioned this earlier. You literally, and I know this is nothing to you because you're a bullshitter. Your whole life, I'm sure you're a con artist, fucking heroin addict, trying to beat people out of money and doing shit like that, stealing from people, I guarantee it. And I wouldn't doubt if you got some other crazy shit in your past too. You said that you were going to Florida for days. I was listening to your show then. You were like as if you were going to test Tony Soflo, who would just beat you into the ground like a fucking in a cartoon. They'd flatten you. Okay. You were swearing you were going to go to Florida. Now, I know, as well as you know, and as well as everybody else knows, that if you were ever going to Florida, you would do everything in your power to hide it. Because you'd be terrified of Soflo. You are, I believe, terrified of Soflo. You could talk that shit from New York. Okay, but you would never go face to face. When I hear you say, I would beat the shit out of you, Tony, oh my God, I almost pissed my pants laughing. You think anybody believes that? But you said day after day you're going to Florida. I'm going to be in Florida. You actually said what hotel you were going to be at, what restaurants you were going to dine at. Then you fucking go, or you claim that you're there, that you're in Florida. You go along with the bullshit story. You don't just end it early. No. You follow it through the whole fucking way. You actually pretend you're in Florida. And then when your cat meows in the background, you instantly had to admit that you lied and you're still in New York. You know who does shit like that, stand-up guy? Tony Pizza, and only Tony Pizza. I have never seen anybody do anything like that. Never in a million. I've never in the history of MobTube, I'll say. Nobody has ever actually lied about being a certain place and then got ratted on by their fucking cat. This is the type of shit that makes you a joke. Just the fact, bro, that you are a 68-year-old man who spends your life on YouTube, you're making a fool of yourself. You've made a bunch of friends who are decades younger than you. You're one of those guys, stand-up guy. I know it. You're one of those creepy motherfuckers. When you were 35, you were probably hanging out with like 17-year-olds and shit, getting high together and doing God knows what else. I guarantee it. So 68 fucking years old, you come on here and you spend hours. It's unbelievable. I used to think Angel was out of her mind with the fucking shows she would do. Matter of fact, I think she was for a while. Anybody who's doing shows for that fucking long, you need to find a hobby or something else to do. You stand-up guy, you can't tell me there's not some other things in your life or people who require your attention at some point. And if there isn't, it goes to prove what I said, probably 4 or 5 times during this live stream, that you're a fucking loser. You're an absolute fucking loser. Why aren't you spending time with loved ones? Why aren't you out doing something? Go get some fucking sun. And please, for Christ's fucking sake, go get a fucking haircut. This is how I know you're a fucking bum. You're the type of dude that can have $1 million and still look like shit. You don't care enough about your appearance to trim some shit up, maybe get a haircut, wear some nice clothes, make the people who you're around in your personal life proud to be seen with you. It's unfucking believable. You could say whatever you want about me. I could look like a sloth from Goonies, and I would at least be well put together. I could be ugly as sin. Maybe I'm ugly as sin now, but I'm well put together. You bet your fucking ass. I actually care. I want the people in my life, like my wife, my mom, people who I guess I could say I represent, okay, to be proud. You know what I mean? That I don't look like a fucking animal out there. And I know appearance ain't shit to you, but this is probably what you've done your entire fucking life. I don't care how old you are, bro. Those fucking eyebrows, they stand out like, I'd say, a half an inch. I've seen your hair, bro. You haven't had your hair cut in decades, probably. And then you talk about how good you look. I wouldn't even be saying it if it wasn't for the fact that you talk constantly about how handsome you are and you compare yourself to other fucking people on here. You don't even understand or accept the fact that you're as old as you are. 68 fucking years old. Are the people around you not ashamed of you? Are you not ashamed of yourself? Seriously? I don't get it, man. And you want to talk about me and my appearance and all that. Why don't you start doing your shows facing the camera, stand-up guy? I dare you. You know why you won't? You won't? Because you know what you look like. And you don't want us to know. You'll show your face briefly. You ain't going to do no show like I do right up in the camera, because I couldn't give a fuck if douchebags like you talk about my teeth or any fucking thing else. But then again, of course, being the fanook that you are, you focus on my lips and my eyes. Is that like when you saw Tony Pizza and you saw him for the first time and said, I look at his eyes. There's something good about him. I could just tell he has a good heart. Then he talks about your wife and you, and he trashes every fucking buddy and everything you're supposed to love. And the next day you have him on the fucking show and you're begging people to give him donations. Dickhead. You know why I used to make fun of you? You would go and bitch about me being a beggar, and then you would literally night after night after night after night have this fucking scumbag piece of shit on your show, and you'd be begging people to give him money. You're a fucking clown. You're a hypocrite. That's why I never took you seriously, bro. Never. But let me tell you something else about your stupid fucking prayers. You want to talk about me wishing death on you after you prayed for my mom? Let me tell you something. If my mom knew, like, let's just say she knew that on one hand you're praying for her, on the other hand you're trashing her son, lying about him, slandering him, making fun of him, shit like this. You think she'd give a fuck about your prayers anymore? You're two-faced as a motherfucker. You got to be bipolar, bro. You actually use the fact that you prayed for a woman as justification for going after her son. Think about how stupid you are. And you are the type of motherfucker who should never be taken seriously when you talk about God or your religion. This is why I'm an atheist, because of people like you. Now, you're a lowlife. Nobody can deny that. You attack women constantly. You've been going after the lovely Miss Can't Be Wrong, who we now know is Caucasian, for no fucking reason. And I'm sure you've done it with other women. Okay? You do it with all types of people. You started shit with me and started going after me. You've done it with a lot of people. You go low. You talk about people's fucking families, their wives, girlfriends, whatever. You don't give a fuck. You're trying to get people fired. See, that's why I'm an atheist. Because every real religious person I meet seems to be evil deep down inside. And you're a perfect example of that. If you are a God-loving person, it gives people like me more and more reason not to believe in him. And to believe that if there is a God, at the very least, he doesn't give a fuck. But most likely, he himself is evil. Because his followers are mostly evil people. Can't say I'm wrong. Look at the Catholic fucking Church. These are the facts. Okay? That's why I laugh at that shit. You know, I was going through a very hard time. It was tough. My mom going through a very hard time. We still are to some extent. Because you never know what's going to happen. You know? I'm sure you've been through it, stand-up guy. Just a relative getting old. They don't even have to have a specific illness or anything. You got to know that you could drop dead at any that they could drop dead at any moment. Now, in your case, you're actually that age. So you believe you're Superman, but you probably in the back of your head, at the very least, in the back of your head, think about the fact that you don't have that much time left, right? You most likely don't. I mean, you are a 17-year heroin addict, okay, who now eats nothing but steak, red meat. And I'm sure some asshole fucking conspiracy theorist, probably the same person who told you that cholesterol medication takes years off your life. That same idiot probably actually convinced you that eating red meat all the time is healthy. It's not. And you're not Superman. It'll most likely be the thing that kills you because you're too fucking stupid to know better. All right? But these are some of the reasons that I've always laughed at you. These are just some of the reasons. And there's many, many more. But I wanted to make the point about the religious bullshit. If you were actually a real Catholic or whatever, who really believed in God and had those religious beliefs and stuff, you wouldn't be doing the shit you're doing. You're full of shit, just like most people who claim to be religious. Seems like every religious person I meet is non-practicing because they don't follow none of the 10 commandments. They don't believe in shit, but they swear to God they're a God-fearing, God-loving individual. All pure fucking evil. You guys are always the biggest hypocrites. I had a girlfriend whose grandfather and grandmother, most religious people I ever met, I wasn't even comfortable around them. Okay? 1 minute they're reading scripture. The next minute they're telling N-word jokes. That's why I make fun of people like you. You're pure fucking evil, but then you talk about your prayers and how they should be taken seriously and how much you care. No, you showed your ass now, so to speak. All right? You let everybody know that even those prayers for my mother had strings attached. 33 minutes straight. Not bad. Then I'm going to read some comments and get right back into it. I'm going to do a 5 hours about you. I don't give a fuck what you do. I don't give a fuck. Whatever you decide to do tomorrow or the next day, it's not going to affect me. I'm not like these other guys, stand-up guy. I don't give a fuck about this shit. And honestly, the little bit of stuff people send me, it never triggers me. It doesn't put me in a bad mood. It makes me laugh, and it gives me a little bit of security. I feel like, that's good. I know that I'm going to be making money for a while. I know I'll be making money for a while because as long as this clown is talking about me, I'll have someone to talk about. And meanwhile, you're the perfect target for me. You know what I mean? For a lot of different reasons, you are the perfect target for me. So no, you do 5 hours tomorrow. That's great. That gives me at least an hour or two. Make some money. Like right now, people are about to start donating. I know it. I can feel it. Make a little money off your bullshit. It's fucking great. It works out every time. Every time somebody does what you're doing. But the fucking fact that you think you're so fucking effective that when you say you're going to do 5 hours on me, I'm supposed to start shaking in my boots? The fuck out of here, bro. You think you live for this shit. What does that mean, D Gainey? The water bottle thing. I don't know what you mean. Yeah, I don't know how far I want to go up. 177 people in mad comments. That guy was talking about your teeth. Yeah, that guy. Can you imagine? Listen, you got to know certain things. You got to know who you are. You have a mirror, right, stand-up guy? Have you ever looked into it? I mean, do you brush your teeth or anything? Do you wash your face from time to time, throughout the day? You ever look in the mirror and say, I'm not a guy who could be talking about someone's appearance? A 68-year-old man who spends his life on YouTube probably never leaves his house, and all he talks about is how good looking he is. My God. Oh, shit. Anonymous donor, $100. Thank you. And it's good to see you too. Beautiful. See, stand-up guy? If it wasn't for you, I probably wouldn't even be doing a show right now. I probably would have done a show earlier. It might not have been the most exciting show. I might have been just talking about everyday stuff. Who knows? Might have had a topic, might not have. But you just solved my problem. You gave me a topic. And every day that you talk about me, I'm going to have some way to make money. It's job security. I fucking love it. You, like, just like everybody else, haven't realized yet that you talking shit about me benefits me. It doesn't hurt me. How does it hurt me? Stand-up guy, I was here long before you, dickhead. Long before you. And I've always been the most important person in this community. And there's nothing that hasn't been said about me. Nothing. And I don't listen to your show, but just seeing the dolphin teeth comment tells me, like I said, you don't have an original fucking thought in your head. So what do I give a fuck? If you spend 1 hour, 2 hours, 10 hours, 19 hours sitting around in your dumb fucking channel with your fucking chat full of Nazis and child molesters and everything else, and you repeat the same bullshit about me over and over and over and over. See, you'll make dumb fucking comments and make fun of me. I will pick you apart. I'll teach everybody about what you are and who you are. Because I already know. I knew from the beginning. I'll expose you and expose you and expose you over and over and over again. I ain't even got to take little jabs and bullshit remarks about your appearance. I will with the eyebrows, and that's only because I can't stand the fact that there's somebody in this world who gives that little of a fuck about their appearance. Unbelievable. You know what it's like, stand-up guy? You could be driving a jalopy. You could have some fucking, you could have a $500 piece of shit used car. Okay, that's on its last leg, that barely runs. But you know what? You could take pride in it. You can keep it clean. You could vacuum it from time to time. You know what I mean? But you take pride in it because it's yours. It's kind of the same thing with your appearance. You might look like shit, like you, for example. You look like shit. Okay? No matter how ugly I get in my life, I'm going to trim my beard, shit like that. If I have ear hair, nose hair, that's got to go on a regular basis. And if you got big, giant, bushy eyebrows, you got to take care of them too. Like, for example, I have a unibrow. You think you'll ever see it? No, because probably for the last 20 fucking years, I've been shaving in between those motherfuckers. Goddamn right. You would have let it grow. You'd be on here looking like fucking 68-year-old Michael Imperioli, for Christ's sake. Delusional cocksucker. All right. You can always get your teeth fixed, but you can't fix up that messed up head. No. And you know what? Maybe I'll use some of the money I make off of stand-up guys' bullshit to make my teeth prettier. You know, maybe I'll get some crowns. You know, maybe maybe I'll get them whitened. Who knows? But as long as you talk about me, I'll keep bringing in money. I'm not like a lot of these other guys you fight with. A lot of them don't benefit from any type of war with you. I will always benefit from being at war with anybody. Ask Angel. Angel knows. Now, I'm not a whore like you. I would never not you, Angel, fucking douchebag. I would never fucking start a fight just to make money. I never have. I never will. There's been time. Look, even the last few months, did I start a fight with Angel? Did I start a fight with anybody just because I wasn't making that much money anymore? No. No, I wait for people to start fights with me. I don't do the shit you do. I don't fucking whore myself out for fucking views and stuff like that. Although everybody who's really gone after me, I told you that Angel Gotti war that lasted 11 months, I probably made minimum. Well, I know how much I made in that 11 months, and it's a lot more than this. Let's just say I made a fucking fortune off of constantly having Angel to go after while she was going after me. Now, when Angel stopped going after me, I stopped going after her. Some of the money dried up a little bit, you know? Oh, well, on to the next beef. There will be some dickhead that'll come along and pick a fight with me. In your mind, you feel so self-important. You think you're so good at this that you think that like the day you went after me for the first time, this go round, you know, with MRE the other day, that I was just shattered. I was, oh my God. Not stand-up guy. I'll never be able to handle him. At first, I was like, this sucks. I don't need another dickhead talking about me. Then I woke up yesterday and I was like, no, that's exactly what I need. I need a dickhead to talk about me. I do. And you're the dickhead. And there's so much subject matter, you know, when it comes to you. God forbid I ever actually put thought into a roast or something. Oh my fucking God, bro. You might have to leave the world. But keep filling your fucking panel with people and stuff. Let them do it, your show for you. You know, let them come on and agree with everything you say while you're agreeing with everything MRE says and get nothing accomplished. Get nothing accomplished. See, stand-up guy, what you don't realize is I know more about you than you think I do. I do. It's usually the way it is when I'm battling with any fucking buddy. Let's see. I'm a hillbilly one time. Forgive me, LOL. Shit, though. Alex Fajigadaja, he'll need to get his arteries checked for cholesterol plaque. No, he doesn't give a fuck because in his mind, in his warped mind, what he's doing for, you know, as far as his diet and stuff, it's perfectly healthy. Although, if you get on some sort of medication to control things like blood pressure or cholesterol, you're just a sheep. You're just a sheep. Sucker, listening to doctors, people who have spent years and years and years being trained to fucking treat people and prescribe certain medications. That was a stand-up guy moment. Prescribe certain medications and, you know, do things like save people's lives and absolutely add years to people's lives. Like, for example, stand-up guy. I have a horrible health situation everybody knows about, right? In your mind, when they gave me those medications, life-sustaining medications, things like, beta blockers and Lasix and all types of shit like that I need. In your mind, I'm just some sucker, some fool, right? What I really should be doing is taking no medication and just eating steak 3 times a day. I would have been fucking dead when I was 37. Not long after I got diagnosed at 36. I would have been fucking dead already. I know people like you. Oh my God, the conspiracy theories that come out of you and shit. You don't even realize just how fucking stupid you are. You are literally one of these people who listens to, say, Fox News or whatever echo chamber you're in at the moment. I guarantee, if not now, for a long time, you were a big fan of Alex Jones. You listen to other psychopaths, conspiracy theorists, and that's where you get your medical advice from. That's where you get your politics, your conspiracy theories. You're so easily led. You're a fucking follower. I fucking hate followers. You're always trying to latch on to somebody else. And this MRE shit, you know that even MRE laughs at the people who defend him, right? Like as soon as he gets off your show, he's in his room. He's dressed like Hitler because he plays dress up, you know, or he's dressed like a mobster or a cowboy. Who knows? Whatever he picks that day. And he builds dioramas of things like concentration camps and stuff. And he feels real cool. And he laughs at the fact that you assholes, day after day, night after night, are talking about he's not a neo-Nazi, he's not a rat, he's not a chomo. But the funniest part about you is you're one of the very, very stupid people who swears to God you're smart. You're not smart, bro. Not on any level. Not on any level. Believe me, I know. All I got to do is hear you talk. Stand-up guy bought those Alex Jones end of the world survival buckets. I guarantee he did. He's a classic narcissist, thinks life is all about him. Oh my God. He really fucking does. He does. You know, I can only imagine like living with him or something, what it's got to be like. You know, he's right all the time. You can't tell him shit. Constant pain in the ass. It's called a carotid study, stand-up guy. When you fall asleep most of the day, when your fingers tingle, when you forget tasks, you lack O2 to the brain. Jesus, maybe I should get one of those too. It's been a while. But my fingers don't tingle. Does his fingers tingle? The Dragonborn, you want to get him. Look around on his last show. He put a penis on the screen. LOL. Did he really? What? Look at this guy, Dutchman. Dutchman, you're another one that lives in fantasy land. Have you not been listening to what I've been saying? I'm not triggered. I'm not even mad. This is literally probably the best thing that could have happened to me at this point in time. I love this shit. I live for it. You think my blood pressure is up? I'm this close to going and getting the blood pressure cuff that was delivered to this house from Amazon yesterday. And checking my blood pressure just to show you guys. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'll be right. Here I am. Sorry, I had to go open the package and stuff. Hopefully this thing, I don't know, does it take batteries or something? How the fuck do I use this? Please remove the protective film before using. Okay. I put this on my wrist. Oh, fuck. What is it? Oh, shit. I was hoping it came with whatever it needed. Do I need to put batteries in it? Oh, wait a minute. The fucking thing won't work. Anyway, take my word for it. You guys don't understand me. Nobody has gotten this yet. I think most of the people in this chat have, but some of you, like Dutchman, you don't get it. There have been times that I was angry on here, but this is when really foul shit happened. You know what I mean? Even when you see me animated and kind of yelling and stuff, this is all a joke to me. That's what I'm trying to tell Sugar right now. This is a joke to me. This is the way I make a living. I need people like you to talk shit about me. I need people like you to point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. I need that shit. You know what I mean? I'm never angry. I'm never pissed off. This is literally the way I make a living. And I'm a phenomenal actor. If anybody ever saw my video about Lee, in Deliverance, you would know that. I'm right up there with De Niro, Pacino, Pesci. I'm the best. Oh my God, I love FBS. This man was put on this planet to spin those DJ 1200s and to desecrate these clowns. I think you're right. He keeps talking about God, but believes his relative spirits are being disturbed due to comments. Oh, I know. Oh my God. Bro, I hear him, but I got to say that is hilarious. I've laughed my ass off when he's like, you disturbed my beautiful mother's spirit. It's funny as a motherfucker. I can't lie. It's a shame. When people die, they die. Let me tell you. They just die. They're not here anymore. But I mean, it's cool to believe whatever you want. But there's no, I don't want to get into it because I don't want to upset people. I know people, put a lot of stock into their beliefs and shit, so I don't want to make fun of nobody. But that's my belief. And I have no reason to believe otherwise. When you die, that's it. It's all over. It's like the end of The Sopranos. Fade to black. Let me stop. All right. Antonino, by the way, this was at 10:06, $25 for funniest show ever. Yeah, see, stand-up guy, he's saying in his stupid video, oh, he's verklempt. Why am I not surprised you're using that word? Jesus Christ. He's verklempt. He's shaking. Look at him. He's shaking. I'm shaking? Bro, you think that shit was fucking hilarious. That was YouTube gold. That was YouTube gold. As Tony Pizza likes to say. That was YouTube platinum. And I could laugh at myself. I always have. Bro, I used to do like annual shows where I just roasted myself and let the chat roast me. You're the type of dude that gets mad about this shit. You get triggered when I talk about you. This is an income stream. That's all it is. And I'm asking you. Fuck that. I'm begging you. Please do a show about me tomorrow. And the next day, and the next day, and the next day. Because as long as you're talking about me, everything is going to go back to the way it was. My numbers are back up, which I don't really care about, but sometimes they bring money. So, and money's been tough. But you know what? Yesterday, I don't know, I was on what? I'm not like you. I got a life. Maybe an hour and a half tops. I made like $200. Most of it in cash. Almost all of it in cash. This, I haven't even checked yet, but between this show and last show, I'm doing pretty fucking good. Matter of fact, hold on. And that $100, man, to the person who sent that, thank you, bro. And it's good to see you too. I thought you were gone forever. I was a little sad. Danny Santos. Let me make sure I can read this. The fuck? From Jen and I for just being you. Also, thank you for allowing us to use your channel as a platform to promote my nephew's channel. The son of a gun works hard and still conducts himself like he has no challenges. Yes, he unfortunately, Danny Santos' nephew is disabled. Thank you again, Chris. Love Danny and Jen. I love you too, man, and thank you very much for the 745. You can put cornrows on Sugar's eyebrows. Yeah, it's a mess. I just don't get it. I'll never understand people who don't care about their appearance. I don't understand. I don't get it. You have no self-respect. You don't take pride in your appearance at all. Why? Like I said, no matter how much you look like shit, you can at least clean up a little bit. Tyrone, who's Tyrone? All right, let me get through some comments here. 56 minutes, going strong. Stand-up guy practices every religion known to mankind. Listen, let me tell you how fucking stupid he is. He preaches to people, and he talks about God and prayer and the power of prayer and all this shit constantly, right? Then the next minute, he's putting curses on people, putting spells on people, according to him, which, by the way, is what you call black magic. Okay, so you're basically a devil worshiper and a God worshiper at the same fucking time. The two things that you're so into and you claim to believe in so much cancel each other out. You can't be a Catholic who uses black magic, okay, or a guy who uses black magic and then claims to be a Catholic. You don't even make fucking sense. He talks about putting curses on people. You already said tonight, this is exactly what a religious person would pray for. I said, I bet he's praying that I fuck up tonight. And in that little video he made of me, he said, you're damn right. I was praying that you fucked up tonight. And you did, cocksucker, something like that. You were praying that I fucked up tonight. Let me tell you something. That fuck up, you know how many people sent me donations because of that fuck up and how great that show was? Even that. It's just another thing. It'll last a while. It'll go away like everything else. I don't give a fuck. But at least I proved to shitheads like you who said that you think Miss Can't Be Wrong is Shanna. That's how much I know about Miss Can't Be Wrong. Stupid ass. Ridge, okay, I will. Let me check it now. Is it important? Rick the Tank, I'll get back to your email too after the show. Oh my God, look at this picture of him. Somebody just sent me a picture of him with the big giant afro. Wow, you got a strong chin, bro. Wow. I never noticed that on Stand Up Guy. His fucking chin is like it protrudes like 3 inches from his fucking face. It's one of those chins that just, you know what I mean? Jesus Christ, you got a Leno chin, bro. You got a Jay Leno chin. Oh, Ridge, you sent me that. Oh, thank you for the screen recordings. Thank you, sir. That's pizza's another weak motherfucker. I make fun of him and expose his grift. I'm going to call Children's Services on you. Didn't you say you were going to do that a couple of weeks ago? Go ahead. I don't give a fuck. But I'm glad I got you on tape saying it, you stupid asshole. That's fucking weird, man. You know how many people like focus on my lips, but not like Stand-Up Guy. Fucking strange. Keeps talking about how happy and fulfilled he is. But how can you have a happy life or marriage if you're doing 6-hour shows and posting 24/7? Bro, happy people do not spend hours upon hours on YouTube tearing people down. See, I do this shit for entertainment. And what am I on here every day? Even if I do 2 shows, what are we talking about maximum? 3 hours? And it's more like 2, honestly. I usually do like an hour show. Like 3 hours a day, maybe. And even that, it pisses me off that it takes that much time out of my fucking life, honestly. When you say you're going to do a 5-hour show on me, you're making a fucking fool out of yourself. You're telling people you have 5 hours in your day where you ain't going to do shit. You're just going to think about me. You're like the rest of them. You just think about me all day. FPS. I don't get triggered. Anytime I say anything, if I say fuck you to somebody, oh, look, he's triggered. You ain't triggering me. I wish this fucking thing. What am I going to do with this thing? AAA. Motherfucker. I got every type of battery but AAA. Fuck. Great. Now I can't tell you what my blood pressure is. But I bet you how much you want to bet it's like, and this is no bullshit, 90/60, something like that. Yeah, I take beta blockers. My blood pressure can't go up at this point with the medications I'm on. It's there's been times where it's too low, but not too high. Not since I've been on all this medication for the last 8 years or something. He played dumb again today about monkey being a slur, but then said about another much more obscure term for black people. Oh, he said another, I'm sorry. And he picked right up on that one. Yeah. Stupid ass. He's putting the donations for homeless people. Some of it from me to his Thailand trip fund. I don't know anything about that. What is that? That accent is the worst. Oh my God. This is the only guy. Like, when I heard him say he was from Brooklyn, I almost didn't believe him. Now, I believe he's from Brooklyn, but that accent is not a Brooklyn accent. You have a Long Island accent. You do. Like, you don't, there's no Brooklyn in your voice. It's fucking weird. And the thing, the words, like, they used to make fun of Baba Booey on Howard Stern when he'd say 9. My personal life is a 2. My professional life is a 9. That's how he talks. The eyes. I looked at the Tony Peach's eyes. Oh my God. I just saw good in him. Yeah, that's what a judge of character you are, you stupid ass. Why is anybody surprised you linked up with a fucking Nazi chomo? Why is anybody surprised? You saw good in Tony Pizza, not just once, not just twice, but over and over and over again. Even just a couple months ago, you brought him on your fucking show. You don't learn. The guy could do anything to you, your wife, anybody. And you're like, I see good in his eyes. He's got a kind heart. Oh, my fucking God. Don't know why someone would try to capitalize on someone's worst moment. That's not humane. No, it's not. A junkie, former heroin and crack user, no problem drinking and toking, fake. Yeah, I know. That's another thing. He's another one with the bullshit. With the fucking clean and sober shit. Fuck out of here, bro. Yeah. Clean and sober my ass. Got to be on something, don't you, buddy? You got to be on something. You just can't, go through the day with a clear head? Can't deal with the thoughts in your head? Too much chaos? What is it? Just remember something, stand-up guy. Every night you probably have a couple of beers or smoke some weed. I don't do shit. I don't need anything. I don't need anything. And again, please, with that God got me clean shit, there's no God. Give yourself a little credit if you got off heroin. It's a hard thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gives their sobriety to God. It was without God, I wouldn't be clean and sober. No. If you got clean and sober, you got clean and sober. There's no God helping you. I'm a fucking atheist. I laugh at the thought of there even being a God. And I'm the only motherfucker on here who could honestly say he's clean and sober. Don't do shit. I won't even take fucking CBD oil for sleep or anxiety. Nothing. My mouthwash doesn't have alcohol in it. Nothing. But everybody needs something. Everybody needs some crutch, right? And stand-up guy, you sure do. It's like hearing Perez Hilton saying he would beat someone up. Yeah, no shit. I have audio of him saying he could beat me up. Oh, yeah, I'm sure you could take Chicago out with no problem. You didn't know about that? Oh, Deganey, I swear to God. I was actually listening. Well, no. I wasn't listening to it live. Somebody texted me and said, stand-up guy's cat just meowed, and he had to admit that he's not in Florida. See, guys, listen, man. Stand-up guy, you do something like that once. You do something like that once, that's it. Nobody's ever going to believe anything you say, and they shouldn't. You know what a fucking maniac you have to be? I'm going to fake a trip to Florida. And then you're not even smart enough to do, I don't know, maybe keep your cat in the other fucking room. You know what I mean? Stupid asshole. No, he didn't say that, did he? Jesus. What are you talking about, Alex? I don't know what you're talking about specifically. No, he doesn't. Listen, he's insecure. Insecure people do shit like that. They sit around talking about how good looking they are all the fucking time. They fucking brag about themselves non-fucking stop. Specifically their appearance and shit. Insecure as could be. He has to constantly tell you how important he is, tell you about his career, shit like that. And I gotta say, I've said it before. See, I don't front. I'm not like stand-up guy. Motherfucker had a real impressive career. I mean, look at the people he met, the pictures he has, a fucking, it's serious, like huge celebrities. He worked on some of the fucking greatest movies of all time. And what did it get him? 68. This is your retirement? I mean, Jesus Christ, bro. You got a wife. You got all this shit going on. You don't sit around and think to yourself, like, I can't have much time left. Even if, let's just say you're healthy as a horse, which there's no way you're healthy as a horse. Okay. I don't even understand that expression. Let me just say there's no way you're healthy, because NB's a horse and she's not healthy. So horses aren't always healthy. Let's just say you're healthy as a motherfucker. Got a clean bill of health. Okay. So what do you got? What are we going to say? I mean, tops at the most 20 years. And there's no way you're not going to live to be 80 fucking 8. Okay. Most likely, what do you really got, stand-up guy? 5 to 10 years, maybe. And the way you eat, I highly fucking doubt it. I highly doubt a guy who sits around, smokes weed, drinks beer, and fucking eats steak all fucking day and night. You don't say to yourself, like, wow, man, what could I be doing with that 5 hours? I want to fill my day with shit always. I want to get things accomplished. You don't think to yourself, like, I could have spent some time with someone, or I could have taken a walk, or I could have just taken a nice drive, or gone somewhere, done something nice for someone, or I could have had some fun. Like, I spent 5 hours like a yenta just bitching and bitching about fucking other people who you probably never even meet in real life. You haven't figured out life yet. You haven't figured out how precious time is. 20 years ago, I was 24 years old. And that shit went fast. 20 years ain't shit. Ain't that much time, bro. I don't understand. You have to have an empty life. You have to. There's no way you have a happy life. There's no fucking way. I wake up and there's a million different things I want to do. I'm happy. I'm grateful. I have plans every fucking day. This is not even a priority compared to the other things in my fucking life. But it's number one in your life. I can't believe it. There's so many of you out there that are like that. Yeah, exactly, Shane Smith, exactly. Stand-up brows. That's funny. Now, we'll stick with Sugar. I have pics of him when he was young. And Chicago, please send me all of these pictures. I need them. It's very important. What do you want me? Send it to me. I'll post it. What, Deganey, what are you referring to with the water bottle thing? I'm very confused. What are you referring to? Oh my God. Well, that's a mob tube disease, you know? A young smackhead working early morning shifts. He must have looked like a real prize, man. No shit. There's a twinkle in your eyes, FPS. Yeah, I'm back. You know what I mean? I got somebody else to fucking talk about, you know? And the money. I got $100 donation tonight, not to mention all the fucking other ones. 25, 5, 20, 3, not to mention the fucking PayPal ones, and those are just cash apps. I might even have a Venmo one or two. It's beautiful. It's like, yeah, look, 2 hours ago, Stephen Cordell match rant away. Thank you, Stephen Cordell. I know I shouted you out on the last one. So I'll tell you the truth. I think I was in a rut, and it took me out of my rut. I'll tell you what, stand-up guy, you know what's funny about you and everybody else who chooses to pick a fight with me? You're so much more useful to me as an enemy than you are as a friend. I didn't get shit out of being friendly with you. We're never friends, but even being friendly with you. But Jesus. I'm getting something out of our little, I don't know, war, whatever we got going on. I don't consider it a war. It's just me making fun of you constantly. But it's working out in my favor. Yeah, fucking right, Beck. I got a long way to go down here. Okay, I'll go back a little bit. Nah, Beck, you're not. You got an 80s bush on that forehead. That's fucking, you gotta, change with the times a little bit. Listen, I like the fucking, well, in a way, I guess I could say, as many people have said, I still dress like I'm in the 90s. But not totally. And that's the 90s, you know? The guy's got the fucking 70s Horseshack haircut, and or should I say, no, not Horseshack, Juan Epstein. He does nothing with it. Oh, my. Thank you, Alex. Yeah, I was told, and I'm always told, but times like this, it helps when you remind me. Oh, look at him. He's guzzling water. Yeah, Lasix. I took an extra 80 tonight because I ate pizza yesterday. Dragonborn. His chat is like the island of misfit toys. Carlos, Maureen the mullet, Fin Freak, BK, the sloshy mouth Fanuc. I know. You ever notice like these guys, when they either become enemies with me or become friends with someone like MRE, the chat completely changes. Now he had a lot of scumbags in his chat already. That's why I used to never like even being in there. I don't even want to be, to me, it's almost like being seen with these people, and I would never be seen with them. But look at the usual suspects come along. All the jerk-offs and clowns. They just, that's what it turns into. But trust me, eventually this will backfire on him too. Just that friendship. Here's a subject. Chickpeas are neither chicks nor peas. What the fuck? Who's Sugar's doxer? See, I'm so far behind, I don't even know. Maureen. I don't really know anything about Maureen, so I'm not going to say anything about her, but what's going on with her? No, but that's okay, and I respect it. That's why I said it's my opinion. You know what I mean? My opinion. And this, let me tell you something. It makes you appreciate life more. One of the things I think religion has done to hurt people, so to speak, is that it convinces you that when you die, it ain't over. Nah. You go to another place, and eventually all the people that love you and all the people who are still alive, or maybe the people who have already died, they're going to be there. You'll be okay. It'll be just like living life down here on earth. They'll all be there. And that takes the appreciation for life away from a lot of people. You know, if you're like me and you believe that this is it. When I die, I'll never see my mom or Shanna or any of my relatives that have passed or anybody who passes in the future. This is it. I put more time into my life and spending time with the people I love. You know, that's why I'm not on here 5, 9, 10, 12, 18, 19 fucking hours a day. No, there's other shit I want to be doing. Guys, when Shanna is off work, I am with Shanna, period. That's why I love taking vacations with her, because we love being together, and we're together every minute of that vacation. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always tell you guys, I'm not going to do a second show, or I'm not going to be on long. It's Shanna time. Yeah, I want to be with my fucking wife. I don't want to be on here doing this bullshit. I come on here, I make money, and that's it. It's Shanna time. So I just appreciate time. I understand how precious it is. But when you're doing what he's doing, you don't appreciate time. You're not grateful for anything. Life is meaningless to you. And you could believe that, Robert B., and I don't even knock you. Anybody could believe whatever they want. I'll respect other people's beliefs, as I always do. But you should live life like, just in case you're wrong. Let me make every minute count. Let me make every minute count. You can't go wrong that way. I wouldn't be shocked if he has a 9-incher dangling from there. What is the? I don't know what's going on with the. I don't know anything about any Maureen beef or something. What's going on? Fill me in. People in here insulting her and stuff. I am, Danny. I am, but I'm being paid well for it. You know what I mean? I told you I owe stand-up guy sugar. These last two shows, well, the earlier was a phenomenal show, but it was because the funniest thing in the history of MobTube happened. But even before that happened, great. Last night, terrific. Tonight, terrific. Yeah, check it out, SL Gordon 3. And all right, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you for everything. I hope you enjoyed this show. An hour and 27 minutes. I'm going to go lay on the fucking couch and watch a movie or something. And then I'll go to bed after I eat something good. All right. Thank you to everybody who donated. Thank you. It means a lot to me. It made this show worthwhile, and the last one. And don't forget, I never knew who Miss Can't Be Wrong was. I love you all. And until next time, salute.